Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to your sneak peek for April 2019. For the monthly readings, first I'm going to introduce you to the decks that will be used in the April readings. And then we are going to do a sample reading, and I'm going to explain how I do the reading just so that you are aware. Especially for those of you that are new to the channel, welcome back to all my old and new subscribers. Always happy to have you here. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we have here. Let's start with our main deck. Those of you that have been with me for a while know that I use the 8-coin tattoo tarot as the main deck for our monthly readings. It's a 9-card reading, and I use that deck for it. For clarifying decks, I have 5 I will be using. Let's start out. I keep wanting to go to this deck, so for some reason that deck is wanting to speak. But one of the clarifying decks that I will be using in the extended readings, specifically, will be the Tarot of Dreams. I'll be using this one for when we need to find out what the main challenge is between two people, or take a look at two definitive different directions that you might be going through and looking for advice on those things. Now, in the actual readings themselves, the clarifiers that I'll be using, we have the Gilded. This is the Gilded deck. So as you see, we have a theme. Marchetti, 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 Marchetti decks here. Now let's look at the one that's been wanting to talk. The Wild Unknown Tarot. Since I keep coming to this, let's just pull one card because I have a feeling it's wanting to speak. It's wanting to say something to you today. Nope. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. This is saying that it's time for you to have an open, honest discussion with someone. You may be dealing with some betrayal from numerous people within your group. Could be in your family, could be in your friends group. You're having to deal with opposition, and the only way to combat it is through open, honest discussion. So I'm not sure who that's for, but apparently it wanted to speak. Then we are also going to be using the new deck, the Marchetti Tarot. We will use that as clarifiers in this month's readings. Please excuse the noise out in my hall. And then Tarot Apokalypsis. I don't think you've seen this in my channel yet. Maybe perhaps once. This will be used as clarifiers as well. And I'll be choosing whichever one I feel led to use during the extended readings. Here in the sneak peek, I will pick one of the decks to use, but in the extended, I will determine which one I feel led to use for the extended readings. For our oracle cards, we have Wisdom of the Oracle. They're quite lovely. And then Oracle of Visions. Oracle of Visions. They're quite beautiful. And Mystical Wisdom. Mystical Wisdom has a lot of information in the imagery of the cards. Quite a bit that can be gathered from it. These are the 3 main oracle decks I'll be choosing from to pick 2 cards for each sign, and each sign will also receive a Romance Angels card as well. And at the very end of each of the monthly readings, there will be a postcard from Spirit. These are long reads, so I save them for the very end in case it's not of interest to you. And it kind of lets you know before I'm getting ready to start that one. So if you don't want to sit through a reading of an entire card, then you can cut out of the reading at that time. But often what we see is we see the postcard from Spirit clarifying or reaffirming exactly what we had seen in the reading. And these are messages from your spirit guides, your angels, ancestors that may have passed on, your higher power, messages that can be of encouragement to you. So each sign will receive one of those in the main reading as well. Okay, so I am going to pause the video, clear the board, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a reading for April. Please excuse the dog noises in the background. And we'll do a complete reading as well as what would typically be done in an extended. And that way you can kind of get an idea of how I work the monthly readings. Okay, we are going to begin by shuffling our 8-coin tattoo tarot. Already meditated over the cards. April 2019, please, Spirit. April 2019. Feel like it needs to be shuffled some more. April 2019, please. Okay. And let's take a look at our 9 cards that we have for our main spread. We have the 7 of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Sun, and the Queen of Swords. The bottom of our deck, which I take as our overall energy, we have the Page of Pentacles. I like to look back just a few cards just to kind of see what led up to this energy. And it looks like somebody's been trying to get their life in order. And here we have the birth of a new opportunity. So what I do from here, and we're going to take more cards before I actually start the reading. I like to have all the cards laid out ahead of time. Sometimes our oracle cards equate to exactly what we're looking at in our 9-card spread. But what we will be looking at in this 9-card spread, and every reader looks at, does their spreads a little bit differently. They're looking for different things, and Spirit knows precisely what each reader is looking for and brings about the information that we need to know in order to deliver the message to you. I start out with our energy of our the bottom of our deck, and then our energy of our central card, because everything surrounds our central card. Our entire reading surrounds our central card. This row for me is the past. The past could be yesterday, last week, last month, last year, 7 years ago, 15 years ago. Does not matter, just prior to this reading. The current row is in the middle, and that could be, a little bit of time surrounding before the moment in this reading as well as some time after it. It's like kind of a period of time. And then our future cards, you might be seeing towards the end of the month, or you could be seeing them occur after you watch the reading. You could be seeing them occur, months later. But regardless, this future row, this future row isn't really time sensitive. If you are drawn back to this reading, say, you know, September of this year, and it resonates with you at that time, then take the message that you're getting from the cards at that particular time. So I read down in 3 rows. I read across, I read diagonally in both directions, and I read in a diamond in either direction. I like to briefly shuffle the oracle cards on the reading. It's not a necessary step. The reason I do that is because I want to absorb some of the energy of the reading for the shuffle. But like I said, it's not essential. It's just my personal preference. Okay, one more for April 2019, please. One more for April 2019. Okay, we got attraction and soulmate. Soulmate. And then I take 2 oracle cards from whichever deck I feel led to pick up. Sometimes I may start to shuffle one and feel like the energy is not right. And then I put it down and pick up a different one. April 2019, please, for the collective. April 2019. It's putting a lot of work into something. I'll get to that because there's a lot of information on the card. So that one was from our Oracle of Visions. And this is from our Wisdom of the Oracle. Truth be told. That's all we're seeing right in the middle of our spread. And then I take a postcard from Spirit. We set it aside for the very end of the standard reading. April 2019 for the collective, please. Too many cards. Okay. Let me take this in for just a moment and we will get started. Okay, so we're going to get started here with our Page of Pentacles and take a look at the energy we have here. The Page of Pentacles is our messenger of a new opportunity. It's the birth of a new opportunity. The very beginnings of hearing about this opportunity that comes your way. It's something that, for me in this particular deck, that you have been likely trying to manifest in your life. It is something that you've been hoping for and wishing for, and it's very time sensitive. Now, the center of our reading is about the King of Swords. King of Swords is bold and confident, and he's all about open, honest, direct communication. Cutting to the heart of a matter through honesty, integrity. He demands respect. He can sometimes come across very angry and controlling. Now we have here, in our Oracle card, we have Truth Be Told. King of Swords is all about honesty, truth. Shows the Queen. Oh, I didn't notice this. We have a relationship. we have a partnership. Queen and King of Swords. Our King of Swords is about, like I said, honesty, integrity, demanding respect. Queen of Swords is about clarity and truth. Both want the same thing. Both go about it in a different manner. Both can be very cutting towards one another without meaning to be, just because they're being very truthful in the way that they express themselves. And here we have truth be told. Truth be told. In this particular relationship, there is a need to express truth towards one another. There's a need for communication with one another. People express who they are by not only the things that they say, but the things that they do. And oftentimes we gloss over the things that people do when there are feelings involved. And so this card is saying that you need to look at things very clearly. The other thing is other people can often cloud your judgment because they don't know your personal situation. They don't know how each of you thinks, and their expression could either help to shed light and truth on a situation or cause confusion. This is two people that are in need of communicating the truth to one another. Communicating truthfully, honestly, and openly, without the harshness that these two cards express. Y'all definitely don't need that. So our entire reading is surrounding the fact that these two people have a need to communicate. So let's take a look at their past here. Here we have the Seven of Wands. This could either be you or somebody else that you're dealing with. With the Seven of Wands, it's that, you know, fighting for that one thing that you love, the one thing that makes your heart skip a beat. Fighting off competition, fighting off those that would be competing for you. Defending your person. Defending your person. Perhaps you're defending somebody's behavior because this card had come up. It's being strong and holding on to something that you love dearly. Then we have our friendly energy of the Queen of Wands. This is very much a person who's friendly and charismatic, sometimes famous. This is kind of our fame card, and it's also, you know, like this kind of female player card as well, too. But we have another player card here, so it's possible that the two of you kind of have a tendency or have had a tendency in the past to date a lot of other people and not commit. Our Queen of Wands is she's that person that kind of walks in a room and everybody knows her and everybody wants to talk to her, everybody's drawn to her. This type of person often causes their partner to be jealous simply by being who they are. Not by their intention, but by the actions of other people towards them, because people want to get to know them. People are very friendly. It's a little bit of a flirtatious energy, just a natural flirtation, but not an actual flirtation. And then we have the King of Pentacles. This is somebody who's very stable, very grounded. Now, the King of Pentacles could be man or woman. Queen of Wands could be man or woman. It doesn't matter. But what I'm seeing is that in the past there was two different energies here. Energies of one person being very stable, very grounded, very perseverant, not giving up on anything. That's what we see with this King of Pentacles. He doesn't give up on a thing. So not giving up, being perseverant, sticking it out. Possibly the King of Pentacles was defending the connection. And then we have the other person who's very friendly, very social, you know, seen in a real kind of socialite sort of sense. Because we have that Seven of Wands up there, I feel like both of you were holding on to this connection. That both of you were not letting go of the connection. And that there's some aspect of this connection that is not only filled with passion, but it's very stable. Because Queen of Wands often represents passion, and you know, with the King of Pentacles being stability, it's a very stable connection. And then we move on to our current row, our Knight of Wands. Our Knight of Wands has a bad reputation for going hot and cold frequently. And there, you know, this person's bold and confident and, you know, charges forward. I see that this person is charging forward towards some sort of victory. But they have a reputation of being hot and cold. So this could be somebody who, you know, their actions are saying one thing and then their actions say another. Leaving somebody in a state of confusion, thus the need for open, honest communication. With the Sun card here, I feel like you are going to be getting your clarity, whether you're represented by the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. Please ignore the dog noises in the background. But with the Sun, it also expresses there's a great deal of happiness here between the two of you. I do find it interesting that the Sun and the Queen of Swords are both about clarity, and here they are side by side. And we have the Queen of Swords looking at the Sun. I feel like whomever is represented by the feminine energy within the connection is going to get the clarity that they have been looking for in order to obtain stability. But this is going forward. This is not current. Now our King of Wands is looking over here at our Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is the same sort of energy as the Seven of Wands. When the Page of Wands finds something that like makes them feel full of life, they're not willing to let it go. I feel like the person represented as the Queen of Wands is also our Queen of Swords, this feminine energy here. We have the King of Swords staring down our Page of Wands. And so I feel like whomever is represented by the masculine energy of the King of Swords is not willing to let go of the Queen of Wands. They want to hold on to the Queen of Wands, whomever the Queen of Wands represents. They want to hold on to this passionate connection that makes them feel alive. There is going to be forward movement with the Chariot here. Absolutely going to be forward movement. I feel like you're also moving away from this defensive energy towards, you know, I feel like the defensive energy is going to be leaving and the boldness is going to return in order for you to have victory in this situation. Victory is going to be stability through honest, open communication. Victory, stability through honest, open communication. See, clarity, stability, clarity. Now this is interesting. So we're gonna rotate backwards on our diamond. The Page of Wands. It could be a younger person. The Page of Wands is fiery and passionate. And the Page elevates to the Knight. So they take the step up to the Knight. And from the Knight, they take a step up to the Queen. And from the Queen, they move forward into happiness and enlightenment with the King of Swords. This person transformed. This person in the middle has transformed this other person. This is very much a soulmate connection. Soulmate connections have a tendency to trigger things in one another in order for you to learn, overcome the trigger, and become a better person through it. It's a transformation. And this person has transformed. Page to the Knight, to the Queen, to happiness, as a result of open and honest communication from this King of Swords person. Now we do have the Queen of Swords also kind of glancing up in the direction of the King of Swords, who happens to be looking away. But in our row here, we have this fighting for the connection again. So I see the feminine energy, masculine energy, feminine energy, fighting for the connection in two places. In our romance angels, we already discussed we have soulmate. You're also being told that to enjoy, you attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. This is saying be present in the moment with your person. Be present in the moment. Our card here from the Oracle of Visions shows the jester balancing someone on their back. This is representative of that, you know, I have your back type of energy. This is supporting one another. The two of you need to support one another. We have the Strength card represented here and here and here. And the Strength card is being there to support. I think I had talked about this in the video earlier today, actually. Let me see if I can find it. The Strength card is the Empress, and the Strength card is shown in here and here. The Empress and the Lion. This is two people soothing each other and understanding each other and supporting one another. The Empress here tames the inner beast within the Lion, and the Lion in turn helps the Empress. This is a mutual support system. So this is saying that the two of you need to support one another and be there for one another. And that, at this present moment, involves the two of you expressing something openly and honestly to bring clarity. It's quite beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read our postcard from Spirit for you. And then what I will be doing is I will do what I would do in a typical extended reading. I'm going to clarify this spread, and then I'm going to take out the King and the Queen here, our male and female counterparts. And I'm going to see what the main challenge is going to be in April if you resonated with this reading, and some advice on how to overcome that challenge. So our postcard from Spirit says, "Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken for you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself with gratitude and tune in to the vibration of well-being. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality, but we know that happy rewards are on their way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But most important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at the destination. You are surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel us? That's beautiful. So they're saying to live in the moment, enjoy the moments. They're also saying that, especially here where it says temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality. Remember I was saying that not everybody fully understands your situation. So be careful not to let other people, other circumstances try to make you believe a truth that is not true. That's really a falsehood. Be very cautious of that. The two of you maybe both be dealing with that, because here we have the two of you fighting for the connection and the two of you fighting for the connection. So that's quite beautiful. I'm going to pause the video for just a moment so I could take a brief break, and then I will be clarifying with our Wild Unknown deck, because that was really wanting to scream out and talk to you. So we are going to use our Wild Unknown deck for clarifications. And when we take out our male and female energies, we're going to be looking at the main challenge with the Tarot of Dreams and the advice from the Tarot of Dreams as well, just like I would typically do an extended reading. And I'll be right back with you. All right, we are back for what would normally be the extended version. Excuse me. Let's take a look at our King of Swords first. Okay, Spirit, can you tell me why the King of Swords is here for our April 2019 reading? Nine of Cups and Justice. Justice tells me that, and with us having the Nine of Cups here, Justice tells me that there is a need for communication in order to bring clarity to the situation. Justice, you know, is about truth, weighing the situation. I feel with it showing the white and the black cat that it's also showing that duality within each of us. Nine of Cups is about a wish fulfillment. One more, please. Okay, the Mother of Wands. That's the Queen of Wands here. So this tells me that for this person represented by the King of Swords, their thoughts, their mind is on our Queen of Wands, and that the Queen of Wands is wish fulfillment for them. This is the type of person they've wanted in their life from a romantic perspective. It's in a very emotionally fulfilling connection. It's very passionate connection. But it's possible that this person may have been weighing their options, or there's just some need for equality within the connection, that something in the connection is currently out of balance. Okay, why is the Seven of Wands here in the past row for April 2019? Oh, that's yucky. The Nine of Swords. And the Chariot. Okay, so somebody's been up in their head losing sleep. It's that Nine of Swords. Over this connection. Over fighting for this connection. And over movement with regards to this connection. There may be a lack of movement. Things may be moving too fast or too slow. A lot of confusion, a lot of mental anguish over the connection, but yet you're still holding on. Both of you are still holding on. Queen of Wands. What can you tell me about the Queen of Wands in the past row for April 2019, please? We received the Seven of Wands. So our Queen of Wands is definitely holding on tight to this connection. See, it's something she's very, very passionate about. And with the Four of Pentacles here, this tells me that this person has a fear of loss of their counterpart, the masculine counterpart. They have a fear of loss here. They feel like they have to protect the connection. They have to protect the connection because they feel like they could lose the connection. Why is the King of Pentacles here in the past? April 2019. Why is the King of Pentacles here? The Magician. The Five of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. There has been something that has happened in this person's life that has made them feel very helpless, very hopeless. Does not have to be a romantic situation when we see the Pentacles here. Could be job related because Pentacles has to do with money and possessions. But there's been something that has left this person who's normally stable and steady feeling helpless. They put a lot of work into something here with this Eight of Pentacles, and now they're trying to create something in their life. They're trying to bring something into existence within their life as a result of this, whatever sort of feeling of hopelessness came about. They're gaining that strength back and trying to get control of their life. The Knight of Wands, please. Why is the Knight of Wands here? The Three of Wands, looking forward towards the future. Looking towards that movement. Okay. We have the Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. So there's going to be some communication regarding, okay, so this is as a result of holding on tight and not letting go of this connection. Moving forward, there is going to be some balance that's going to transform this connection. There is future movement. Somebody's been holding back their emotions, but they are going to express some sort of communication towards their counterpart. One of the two of you has been holding back your emotions, and once that is expressed, then there's going to be looking forward towards that future movement. Okay, why is the Sun here? Why is the Sun here? We have the Daughter of Wands, which is our Page of Wands right here. The Six of Wands. And the Six of Cups. Oh, wow. Beautiful. So our Page of Wands, as I said previously, it's the same energy as that Seven of Wands. It's like holding on to something that makes you feel alive, holding on to a person or a thing or a situation that makes you feel alive. It's something that, you know, just really blesses your life greatly, and you don't want to let go of it. And I see that you and your person are not wanting to let go if you're resonating with this reading. That both of you are holding on to the connection. And so here's this happiness, this clarity that comes through the sun here. And this happiness and this clarity is as a result of this passionate connection that we see with the Page of Wands, and not letting go of the connection, allowing it to blossom and bloom and holding on to it tightly. The Six of Wands shows us that there's great mutual admiration between the two of you. And the Six of Cups shows that the two of you are fondly remembering times that you've had together, and there's a desire to reconnect. There's a desire for reunion. So it's possible the two of you may not be in connection at the moment. You may be parted. Beautiful, beautiful energy here with the sun. That happiness, that clarity, that enlightenment. Just amazing. We got the Ace of Wands with our Chariot. Beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful love. A passionate love. Chariot. Why is Chariot here in our future, April 2019? Okay, some sort of second chance. There's going to be movement in this situation between these two people going forward. Somebody is either going to be apologizing or asking for forgiveness with the Judgment card. I feel like a decision is being made to move forward with this love relationship, because this is a beautiful, 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 passionate, loving connection here. It's like a brand new restart. There's such a focus on, you know, the beauty associated with it, and the rising from the ashes that we have here with the Phoenix rising from the ashes with Judgment, that I feel like a decision is being made to move forward with this connection, to restart this connection and allow it to grow. Allow it to transform into something absolutely beautiful and loving. Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? Why is the Page of Wands here? We have the Four of Cups, Seven of Swords, and the Hermit. Wow, so there was an expression of emotions that was ignored. And with the Seven of Swords, somebody was feeling betrayed. And somebody had to go into their own hermit mode in order to gain some clarity on the situation. This is a very strong couple to remain so connected, so engaged, so not willing to give up when there's these conditions. This is a strong couple that can withstand a lot. Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Why is the Queen of Swords here? There's that Five of Swords we saw earlier. It's the need for open and honest communication. The Fool, a brand new start. our Daughter of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, and our Mother of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. Now see, that's interesting. We have another couple here. Let me show you. We have the Father of Cups and the Mother of Cups. Water energy. It's basically the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So once again, another couple is shown within. It's the same couple, it's just a different aspect of them. So we see their need for communication, their lack of communication, their harshness with communication, and then we also see their emotional bond with the Mother and Father of Cups. Here we show the emotional bond, the love, the deep, deep love, the unconditional love, the emotional connection, spiritual connection. So this tells me that this person is very loving, has a great deal of unconditional love for this person. I feel like they have a need to cut out other people in their life. It's as if they're fighting against other people, perhaps regarding this connection, and it's time to cut that out. With the Daughter of Swords here, that's the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is brings more clarity and truth. I feel like, you know, there's something that's going to be expressed that's going to bring wisdom and guidance on how to have a brand new start, how these two can have a brand new start. It's really quite beautiful. So let's recap real quick, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the couple out and take a look at our main challenge. So we have a connection that's being fought for, one that has been through some difficult times. Somebody's been ignoring an emotional aspect of the connection. Somebody else feels betrayed, but yet both parties are holding on strong. They're holding on strong because, as we saw, they have a deep emotional bond. They have, although we have, you know, this kind of difficulty in communication, they communicate honestly. They have a deep emotional bond as well. One person is trying to gain stability in their life. They're typically a stable person, but they've been through some sort of hardship here that they are dealing with. The other person very much is kind of in a fear mode. They fear a loss of the connection, and things are going to be made very clear to both parties that this connection has mutual love, mutual understanding, mutual admiration, and longevity. There's the reminder of this page. It's the reminder of the fact that both people have not given up on the connection. There is going to be some sort of movement here with regards to this connection. Things are going to be made clear through the truth being expressed, having open, honest communication. As we saw, one person was going through hard times, the other person was dealing with some fear. Both, I feel, are supporting one another through this particular situation, and if they are not, then they have a need to. What we're going to do now is we're going to take out our couple, and we are going to look at what the mutual challenge is for the month of April and some advice on how to overcome that challenge. Let me clear off our table here. If I can pick up the cards. I'll put all of these back randomly and reshuffle all the decks that were used before using them on any other readings. All right, so we have our King of Cups, King of Swords energy here, and we have our Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords energy here. Although these are both air and water sign You could be dealing with an earth sign or a fire sign. It does not have to be solely air or water. Just for clarity. All right, Spirit, I'd like to know what the mutual challenge is for this couple. For April 2019, the mutual challenge, please. Mutual challenge. Unconditional love. Oh, self-love, unconditional love is the challenge. An expression of love is the challenge. It's our Queen of Cups energy here. But it's a mutual challenge, so it's not saying that the Queen of Cups is the challenge. It's saying that the energy and qualities of this particular card is the challenge. Can I have a clarifier on this, please, Spirit? Okay. Working together. Working together, showing unconditional love. I feel like the two of you may be having to work on your, because we have a lot of things, this card is associated with working together, working towards a common goal. I feel like the two of you may be working on yourselves individually, and you may find it difficult to carve out time or carve out the energy for this connection. There's also an aspect here of, especially with regards to communication, if the communication comes out harsh, it may be difficult for one person to express unconditional love. It also appears that it may be a struggle to express your emotions to one another. So let's first take a look at the masculine energy. What advice do you have for the masculine energy, Spirit? Male or female does not matter, it's just the energy. Masculine energy. Palace of Swords, communicate. Six of Swords. One more, please. Masculine energy. Oh, we got two, okay. What advice do you have for the feminine energy? Advice for the feminine energy, please. Okay. Pisces cards, my favorite. All right, let's take a look at this. Pretty in depth. Shall we start with the masculine or the feminine energy? Let's start with the masculine energy. Masculine energy over here. The advice cards we have for you on how to overcome this challenge for April. First, we have the Seven of Cups. This is saying be very cautious about not looking at things clearly. Try not to look at other options through rosy glasses, because really there's only one option that appears to be the right option for you. You may be dealing with the possibility of there being multiple people, either in your life or in your person's life. Seven of Cups says it's time to make a decision. It's time to look at things clearly and logically and rationally. And recognize what is right for you and what is not right for you. Self-love. What's right for you, what's not right for you. Six of Swords. Lay your burdens aside and move forward towards calmer waters with your person. Don't take the hurts and struggles of other things with you on this journey with your person, but leave the things that are burdening you behind and embrace this connection. With the moon, this is saying make those forward steps. Take those forward steps into the future. It's okay if you don't know where you're going. It's okay if you feel anxious about it or have some confusion about what's going to happen. Your steps can only be illuminated when you're in motion and moving forward. And then we have the Palace of Swords. This is a place of communication and a place where communication exists, and two people can come up with ideas on how to overcome the situation. They can communicate boldly and honestly, expressing exactly what they think, exactly what they feel, and exactly what they want. So you're being told to communicate, leave the past behind, take a step forward, and make sure you're looking at things clearly. All right, my dear feminine energy here. Lay your burdens aside. Stop taking on the burdens of other people. Stop allowing other people to create a burden within you over this connection with this Ten of Wands. Don't allow the connection to become a burden either. Self-love, look out for you. And we had that card of, let me pull it back up. Supporting one another. I feel like that's really important. No matter which of the two of you is dealing with the burdens, support one another through unconditional love. Be supportive. Seven of Coins. Oh, this is a waiting energy. It's not my favorite energy, but this is saying that you may be having to wait as this person is dealing with their circumstances. That waiting energy can be one that adds to a burden in a way, in a sense. And this is saying you've put a lot of work into something. You've put all the work you can into it. Now it's time to wait for the harvest. And we have the Hangman. You may be feeling like you have to make a decision about this connection, possibly because things are not currently stable, and you may be looking for some sort of spiritual guidance regarding it. But this particular card is saying you don't need to make a decision now. It's okay for you to just rest in the connection, in the situation, and allow things to become illuminated. You're also being told to trust your intuition with the High Priestess. Trust your intuition with regards to this situation. You probably already have a foreknowing of the connection with that High Priestess energy there. Trust in that. Trust in the inner guidance you're receiving. Okay. One card for the masculine energy, please. Advice for the masculine energy. Okay. You receive separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Sometimes this occurs when people are traveling for work. Does not necessarily mean that the two of you are taking a break or anything like that. It's usually just, you're not gonna, there's gonna be a period of time where you might not be able to see them. And during that time frame, it may cause a little bit of anxiety. But you're also being told that it's safe for you to love, open up your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, now let's take a look on our feminine energy side. What advice do you have for the feminine energy? 2 cards so we can even this out, please. 2 cards for the feminine energy. We got stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring you romance. And one more, please. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it looks like the two of you both need to communicate how you're feeling. That's pretty obvious here. And that said pay attention to the red flags, but I was not focused at all on the cards, which is why I put it back. I didn't put it back just because it was yucky. I put it back because it had nothing to do. Okay. Mutual energy. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Both of you need to work on self-love. Self-love. You probably have a lot going on in your life, and therefore you need to work on self-love. And then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. How beautiful. What a great way to end the reading. All right, my dears, that is both how I do a monthly reading and a little bit about what you would see in extended. And I hope it was of help to somebody. Have an absolutely beautiful weekend, and I shall see you soon.